Kasama natin dito ngayon ang Gordins Gin Boars habang sila ay naglalakbay tungo sa kanilang destiny, which they hope will be the title of the 1997 PBA Commissioners Cup Champions. Itong mahabang paglalakbay ay from 6 years ago ay hopefully matatapos na para sa kanila yun yung kanilang pagkuha ng isa pang kampyonato para hindi lamang sa kupunan ngunit sa kanilang milyong-milyong fans na sumusubaybay. At itong team na ito ay very loose, very relaxed, very confident sila na makukuha nila yung kanilang ninanais ngayong gabi. O ngayon, habang nakalugmok tayo dito sa traffic, ito si Butch Maniego nag-uulat para sa Vintage Sports.
Yan po si Butch Maniego. Alam mo, Kinito, they were indeed very relaxed. Tandaan natin, ang Gordins Gin came to the finals via a playoff, a 3-game sweep ng kanilang huling assignment sa semis, and obviously it's been a very difficult climb for them.
Partner, 7 straight wins. Yan ang hinaharap ng Alaska in this game because Gordins Gin is definitely on a streak. That's a 7-game winning streak.
Alam mo, idagdag pa natin, si Chris King has not been healthy as of the game number 3. At marami mga malalaro sa kupunan ni Sonny Jaworski ang talaga namang inangat ang kanilang paglalaro.
Partner, kanina lang napanood natin sa ating Game 3 highlights. Ito, si Pido Horencio scoring from all angles around the 3-point arc. 7 out of 8 for 23 points. Nabanggit po si Chris King. He played only 15 minutes in that game. He did score 5 points in a heroic effort. Si Terry Saldana also contributing 10 points and 12 rebounds. 11 of those rebounds of Terry Saldana coming in the third period.
Well, maliban po sa dalawang malalaro niya ng Gordins Gin, dalawa lamang ang may championship sa kanilang mga belts. Ika nga si Sonny Jaworski at saka si JB Gayoso na lamang ang merong kampyonato para sa Gordins Gin Boars. Sa aming pagbabalik mga kaibigan, alam natin nakilala ang Gordins Gin sa opensa, pero depensa ang kanilang pinaiiraw dito sa seryeng ito at pag-uusapan namin ni Kinito yan sa aming pagbabalik. This has been a magnificent series so far at hindi pa nagpapasimula po itong Game 4. Naghihiyawan na at nagwawagay-waya na mga fans ng bawat kupunan. Alam mo, Kinito, itong Gordins Gin Boars, sabi nga natin, they're not very well known for their defense. Pero ang opensa nila ang nagsasalita. But in this series, nag-iba ang tema nila.
Well, malaki ang mga adjustments na ginawa ng Gordins Gin, particularly for this final series because they're beating Alaska at its own game, playing outstanding defense. At partner, kaya-kaya din i-single coverage ng Gordons ang Alaska because they do have the size advantage going to the favor of the Boars. For instance, nandiyan si Marlo Aquino, kaya niyang i-depensa. Si Kevin Holland, and Kevin Holland has definitely been intimidated, at as well as ito si Bong Hawkins. Ito, kita natin, pati yung depensa ni Dodo Jaworski and making Bong Hawkins miss the shot. And of course, the turnovers hurting Alaska. One thing about the turnovers, Gordins Gin able to capitalize much more than Alaska because they have scored a lot more points off the turnovers than Alaska, even if Gordons is committing more turnovers than the Milkmen.
Halos doble ang kanilang nagawa laban sa Alaska Milk, and they have really tightened up the screws pagdating sa kanilang depensa. Well, kami po ni Kinito, hindi pa tapos ang muntahan namin dito. In 1996 Governors Cup, it was 3-0 para sa Alaska Milk. Fast forward tayo sa 1997, 0-3 laban sa Alaska ngayon. Kaya pa ba nilang bumalik? Pag-uusapan po namin ni Kinito sa aming pagbabalik.
Ang White Castle Whiskey.
Ang Alaska Milk, mga kaibigan, ang defending champions ng Commissioners Cup. Last year is no longer the same year para sa kanila. Iba na kanilang mga manlalaro, and obviously this is no longer the same team as it used to be.
Well, Noli, nawala na yung consistency sa opensa ng Alaska. They're not getting the right spacing for the triangle offense. Pati yung kanilang spot-up shooters have been missing terribly. Pati din yung mga kick-out plays nila, no? So somehow, crumbling na ang opensa ng Alaska because of the scrambling, very intimidating defense ng Gordins Gin.
Ang pinag-uusapan mo yung scrambling na opensa or crumbling opensa, isang mama na talaga nawawala sa opensa, si Bong the Hawk Hawkins.
Well, si Bong Hawkins is being relied on to do so many things on the floor. Siya ang naglalaro ng depensa para sa kanila, the main defensive cog. Siya din ang kumukuha ng mga rebounds. And kung siya din ang pupukol sa mga puntos for Alaska, talagang it's too much to ask for just one man. Ito, tingnan natin ang shot chart ni Bong Hawkins ng game number 3. Kita natin po, 11 missed and 5 made. Many of his attempts came from inside the distance, yet very poor shooting, 5 out of 11 by Bong Hawkins because sa tingin ko, no, he's being asked to do too much on the floor.
Yung mga pakpak nga ni Bong Hawkins mukhang natalian na ng gustong-gusto. The Hawk only averaging 40.4% from the field. Very poor shooting at 5 out of 16 nung game number 3. At mga kaibigan, yan si Bong Hawkins, obviously isa sa mga bright babies dito sa PBA. At pinag-uusapan na lamang yung best and brightest ng PBA. Meron po kaming feature yan sa aming Milo Magic 7 feature tungkol sa best and the brightest of the PBA. Welcome back dito po sa game number 4 ng Best of 7 series. Right now, papuri naman po sa pinakamahuhusay na manlalaro ng ating Commissioners Cup. At for that, ibabalik namin kayo sa hardcourt with Vincent Price.
It's jam-packed here at the Cuneta Astrodome. And before we get on with Game 4 of the Commissioners Cup Conference Finals, we have two big awards that everybody's been waiting for the whole conference. And we're down to it right now. We're going to be giving away the Best Import Award and the Best Player of the Conference. So we're going to start off with the Best Import candidates. And they are as follows. From San Miguel Beer, Jeff Ward. From Gordon's Gin, Chris King. And from Alaska, Kevin Holland. At this point, we'd like to call on PBA Commissioner June Bernardino to award the Best Import Award. And are we all ready now? Okay, here we go. The Best Import is Jeff Ward of San Miguel Beer. And to accept the award on his behalf will be the Triggerman, Alan Kaidick. Jeff Ward couldn't make it today. His wife is expecting their baby very soon. If not, they may have had the baby already. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet, but he couldn't make it today. So the Triggerman accepting the award on behalf of the Best Import, Jeff Ward. And now the candidates for the Best Player of the Conference. From San Miguel Beer, Nelson the Bull Asay Toro. From Gordon's Gin, Marlu the Skyscraper Aquino. And from Alaska, Johnny the Flying A Abarientos. All right, this is the moment we've been waiting for. The best player of the conference goes to Johnny Abarientos of Alaska. The 1997 Commissioners Cup Best Player. Congratulations to our winners. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for our winners tonight. The big awards: Best Import, Jeff Ward; Best Player of the Conference, Johnny Abarientos. This game is being presented.
Well, there you have it, mga kaibigan. Ang Conference Awards, ang Best Import napunta kay Jeff Ward ng San Miguel Beer, at ang Best Player of the Conference napunta naman kay Johnny Abarientos, taking over sa kanyang kakampi, si Bong Hawkins, who got that award last year.
Well, two very well-deserved awards going to Ward at saka si Abarientos. Pero partner, nabigo yata ang Gordon's Gin. Their two candidates failing to make or win those two awards, Chris King at saka si Marlo Aquino. But of course, Gordon's Gin has other, or shall we say, bigger things in mind sa larong ito.
Yes.
Ang championship. Yan naman ang hinahabol ng Gordon's Gin sa larong ito.
Well, kung may pagpapalit lamang ni Johnny Abarientos, yung laki niya nakuha niya for a 3-0 lead, I'm sure he will do it right now.
Totoo yan. Individual honors ka nga, no?
Alam mo kung bakit?
Secondary to team honors.
Alam mo bakit ganito? Habang nakikita natin yung starting unit ng Gordon's Gin, history is on the side ng Gordon's Gin. In every team that has a 3-0 lead, no team has ever come back from a 0-3 deficit.
At partner, pwede din natin sabihin that there have been two sweeps in a best-of-7 series so far dito sa PBA history. Back in 1985, Reinforced Conference, na-sweep po ng Northern Consolidated ang championship. Tapos noong 1992 third conference, ang Swift Mighty Meaty naman ang nag-sweep 4-0 in a best-of-7 series.
So indeed, napakalaki po ang nakataya ngayong araw na to. As we take a look at Kevin Holland na ngayon ay tinatawag na papasok ng sahig at ika ngayon ang starting unit. Interestingly, Gordins Gin still going with their lucky charm to the Jaworski at yung kanyang regular na starting unit. At ang Alaska Milk nagkaroon ng switch dito, Kinito. Tatlong gwardya ang ipinasok ni Coach Tim Cohn, Boyet Fernandez and Johnny Abarientos in fact starting together dito sa kanyang starting unit ngayong game number 4.
A partner, big gamble on the part of Coach Tim Cohn in putting 2-point guards playing at the same time. Pero sa tingin ko, he has two things in mind. Number one, to allow Johnny Abarientos to freelance sa opensa. And number two, gagamit siya ng dalawang point guard to be able to play a pressure game against Gordins Gin. Yan ang napakahalaga because they need to put pressure on the backcourt men of Gordins Gin and disallow the ball to get in the hands at low post to the big men of the Boers.
Muli po, happy to have you with us, Philippines. Welcome to game number 4 ng Best of 7 series ng Commissioners Cup. Mula po sa Cuneta Astrodome, Noli Yala po kasama si Kinito Henson at merong kagad na tinawag na offensive foul. Before we continue, merong report si Butch Maniego. Butch?
Maraming salamat, Nolly. Obviously, Chris King is feeling better than he did last Sunday dahil he's part of the starting 5. At inaasahan ni Coach Johnny Jaworski that he will play major minutes in this game. Another guy who should be getting major minutes is Terry Saldana. Maganda yung kanyang nilaro sa Game 3. So now he's part of the rotation ng Gordins Gin. Sobrang ingay dito ngayon sa sahig. Balik tayo sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Butch. And first blood drawn by Chris King.
Well, partner, Chris King did not start in game number 2, played only 15 minutes, checked in with about 2 minutes to go sa third period, but played the entire fourth period. But ngayon po, si Bong Hawkins ang nagdedepensa kay Chris King. And here's Gordins Gin once more on the attack. See the flash.
Lumabas ang tira ni Valdavid at ang bola napunta kay Dodot Jaworski. And this early, talaga naman pong halos pandemonium na ang ingay at ang ginagawa ng mga fans ng Gordins Gin. Chris King ang may tanga ng bola. He goes closer, laban kay Bong Hawkins. That will trickle out. Loose ball foul ang natawag laban kay Chris King. At right now, doon naman tayo sa panic ng Alaska Milk with Anthony Santay. Anthony?
Okay, Nolly. Alaska coach Tim Cohn wants to go quick. That's why Boyet Fernandez is in the lineup. In the locker room, he said, guys, let's not dwell on the past. But if you want to dwell on the past, think about the 4 straight conference, 4 times in 4 years. Pumasok sila sa conference na to. He said, look, we can do it. We're the team to do it. Let's spoil the party. Let's go back to you.
And indeed, Kinito, if there's any team na maaaring makabalik from a 3-0 deficit, it must be Alaska with a tremendous heart at saka yung training from Tim Cohn.
O partner, alam natin itong Alaska is the most dominant PBA team in the 90s. Kanya magpapakita din ito. As Coach Tim Cohn said, this series ain't over till it's over.
At yan ang si Tim Cohn. Yan din ang sinasabi ni Johnny Jaworski, Kinito. He says that 4 na panalo to win a championship. So hindi pa tayo dapat magdiwang.
Totoo yan. I think Gordins Gin realizes that they cannot afford to be overconfident. Eto, may ace na up the sleeve. Ito si Coach Tim Cohn starting out with a small but speedy lineup. At yun ang sinasabi natin kanina, no? They need to pressure Gordins and they need to be able to not allow Gordins to set up ang kanilang half-court defense. Ito si Bong Hawkins scoring free throws for Alaska.
So ang ating pong score, 3 laban sa 2. Abante ng Gordins Gin ng 1 point as we near the 10-minute mark ng ating unang yugto. Gordins Gin, 3-0 ang abante dito sa setting ito. Pasa sa loob, malamya at may foul na itinawag si referee Tito Varela who's calling the shots together with referee Bernarte and referee Ilagan.
Well, magandang stretch defense ni Kevin Holland that time. He knew that pass was going to the low post. Not only that, he was pushing Marlo Aquino away from his comfort zone. Kanya medyo na-extend yung depensa ni Kevin Holland kay Marlo Aquino.
At may foul na nakuha sa pagsaksak ni Johnny Abarientos. Valdavid will pick up his second personal foul. And this is an interesting development here now. Si Johnny Abarientos now playing the off-guard position, Kinito.
Exactly. They want to get more scoring opportunities for Abarientos. At partner, natandaan natin game number 3, In the fourth period, Abarientos exploded for 11 points. At saka si Kevin Holland with 4 points in the first half exploded for 14 nung final period. And the basic strategy, offensive strategy na ginamit ni Coach Tim Cohn in the fourth period of game number 2 to get Abarientos and Holland humming in offense was the drive and draw play anchored on the penetration of Johnny Abarientos. Yan ang gustong gawin ni Coach Tim Cohn. Abarientos must take charge and creates situations not only for himself but for his teammates.
Well, right now, si Johnny Abarientos indeed ang namumuno nitong kupunan ni Coach Tim Cohn. Abante na po ang Alaska ng isa, 4-3, 9:48 remaining. Chris King floats in the air, sablay ang tira. Lastimosa ang may dala ngayon. Alaska has not shot well in this series. Pero dito sa first quarter, they have always come out strong, Kinito.
And partner, again, the hesitation of Kevin Holland to take the shot over the outstretched arms of Marlo Aquino. Talaga na-intimidated to si Kevin Holland kay Aquino. And there, again, missing the outside shot, which is so crucial. The import must deliver those outside shots, particularly since Marlo Aquino is playing defense on Holland.
Narito si Chris King, inilabas kay Vince Hizon, who had a big rebound kanina. Jump shot, wala, rebound, Lastimosa losing the lever. Muntik nang mabitawan sa end line.
Partner, walang driving capability to si Chris King. No? I think he's still hurting from that hamstring.
Yes.
And palagay ko, that's also the reason kung bakit ang Alaska is only playing single coverage on Chris King. They're not double teaming him.
Pasa, nabulabog, at ang bola mapupunta sa Gordon's Gin in this series. Ang Alaska Milk, mga kaibigan, is, in this from 1997 Commissioners Cup, they've averaged a total of 14 turnovers, and they're really committing a lot dito sa series ito. Samantala, si Chris King has found the range early in this first quarter.
And partner, that is a cue also for Bong Hawkins. Kung alam niya na hindi magdadrive ito si Chris King, dapat dikitan niya sa labas because titira niya ng outside shot. And so far, he has scored 5 points in this game, all from the perimeter.
Samantala, si Boyd Fernandez zeroes in dun sa 3-point shot and gets his first triple V. Alaska back on top by 2. Na double team.
Double team na si Chris King. And of course, mabilis ang rotation ng bola. Nakita nila na nag-double team yung dalawang malalaki ng Alaska. And of course, wide open. Ito si Marlo Aquino sa low post. And only Jojo Lastimosa sa last line of defense.
Alam mo, marami nasasabi tungkol kay Sonny Jaworski about his style, about his, the way he's handled this team. But wala silang masasabi dito sa sharing ito because he has shuffled his men like a master dealer sa Las Vegas.
Partner, ito, talking about master dealer, ito is the man behind the build-up of the Gordon's Gin team. Si Per Navarro, who is the President and Chief Operating Officer of La Condena, and he has painstakingly rebuilt this team from a non-contender to a title threat. And now Gordon's Gin on the brink of winning its first championship in 6 years in 19 conferences, all the way back, dating back to 1991 first conference.
Lastimosa, supply, rebound, agawan, nakuha ni Kevin Holland. They got a fresh 24. And they will slow it down. Holland, harap-harapan kay Marlo Aquino. Nandun ang cut ni Boyd Fernandez. Tinulak daw sa likod ni Vince Hizon according to referee Lagan, and Vince Hizon will pick up his first personal foul.
Partner, sa
or rather second foul.
Sa nakikita natin galaw ng Alaska, you notice that they're penetrating the lane, no? And they're keeping Marlo Aquino away from playing the help defense because nandyan si Kevin Holland, which is a good thing to do. Holland is playing the post-up position and he's drawing Marlo Aquino towards him. At they've got 2 options now to penetrate. Boyd Fernandez at saka si Johnny Abarientos. Yun ang kick-out play na dapat gawin ng Alaska, yet they cannot seem to score. Ayun naman ang fast break.
At walang tao sa gitna para sa Alaska Milk. Marlo Aquino getting his first slam dunk of the game.
Partner, ito, we didn't have time to talk about yung so-called imperatives natin for both teams. No? For Gordons, palagay ko importante that their interior defense must hold strong. Tapos run the break, play the transition, and of course number 3, stop Johnny Abarientos because he makes things happen for Alaska.
Well, right now, pinipigilan nila si Bong Hawkins. Kinito.
Ito yung break na sinasabi natin.
Offensive foul ang itatawag kay Val David. Pangatlo na yan, partner. And that spells trouble para sa Gordon's Gin. Well, tingnan muna natin to, partner. Ito yung napakagandang pasa ni David sa kanyang favorite recipient na si Marlo Aquino. for the slam dunk.
Ito si Marlo Aquino has developed a finishing role dito for Gordon's Gin. Maski na sa fast break, siya nakaka-complete ng transition 2 points.
Woohoo! What a move! Mula kay Johnny Barrientos, suspending himself in midair. Binola pa yung galaw ni niloko yung galaw ni Marlo Aquino. At abante pa rin po ang Alaska ng dalawa.
Partner, yan na naman ang penetration ni Johnny Barrientos. Looking for a two-man game. At si Lastimosa matatawagan ng foul.
Pangalawa na rin foul yan ni ni Jojo Lastimosa. Una itong galaw ni Johnny Barrientos. The smallest man, he can do it all. Laban sa pinakamalaking mama. In your face layup.
Kanya naman siya ang best player of the conference ang pinapakita ni The Flying A.
Jaworski.
Kanya mga galaw.
Aquino, fall away jumper off the glass. Masyado malakas. Hawkins with the rebound. Barrientos ngayon on the attack.
Mabilis nang bumaba sa depensa ang Gordon's Gin.
Lastimosa inilapit. Laban kay Aquino. Back shot. And Jojo Lastimosa is on the board with his first 2 points. Apat ang abante ng Alaska Milk.
Partner, kanina binigit natin yung 3 imperatives ng Gordons. Ito naman ang 3 imperatives ng Alaska. Number 1, drive and draw play, the penetration and the move inside for the drop-off. Number 2, the pressure and the speed game. And number 3, the spot-up shooters must connect.
Well, si Vince Season, isa sa mga spot-up shooters yan. Kinito ba that time? Alam niya, mas maliit ang bantay niya. Dinala niya patungo sa basket. Another offensive foul will be slapped against Kevin Holland, and that'll be number 2 on the Alaska import. And this early, this place is rocking. It's a 2-point lead para sa Alaska Milk.
Fit. Club Roman jeans and shirts. Club Roman.
Welcome back dito po sa game number 4 ng Best of 7 series ng Commissioners Cup. Abante ang Alaska Milk ng dalawa, 11-9. Nasa first quarter pa lamang tayo. Jaworski goes barreling inside, missing the layup. Michael Orquillas, who just entered the game for the first time, gets the offensive rebound, then put back.
Partner, ito si Michael Orquillas. This is his first appearance sa finals na to. At nakakapagtaka as Coach Robert Jaworski now going to his bench and proving once more that mas malawak ang bench ng Gordon's Gin.
At yun ang sinasabi natin kinito kanina na Jaworski has really had a game plan every game at saka yung kanyang pagbalasa ng tao has been excellent.
Yes, ito. Si Coach Robert Jaworski shouting instructions to his players and he's talking defense.
Oo. 3 seconds of shot clock. Fernandez bangs another triple V. Si Boyet Fernandez na dito sa championship na to is 1 out of 1 from the 3-point range, making his second triple V. He is still perfect from the 3-point land.
Well, partner, ito si Boyet Fernandez, as we mentioned earlier, no? Alaska must get its spot-up shooters to find the range early, and White Lago has been missing, and perhaps Boyet Fernandez will be able to get the job done.
Dalawang offensive rebound na si Michael Orquillas. Chris King binawi ang triple V. Second triple V for the King.
Partner, yung mga tira ni Chris King, lahat nagagaling sa labas. He's very comfortable in that range. The defense is not extending again.
Chris King dito sa seryeng ito averaging 52.4% mula sa Rainbow Territory. 14 ang ating score. Under 4 minutes to play. Barrientos binigay kay Hawkins. He has struggled all series long.
Ayun ang sinasabi natin. The spot-up shooters must connect. And partner, Michael Orquillas now playing tough physical defense on Johnny Barrientos. And that has also been a key defensive move of Robert Jaworski, assigning big men on Johnny the Flying A.
Maganda yung galaw ni Marlo Aquino pero hindi pumasok ang kanyang layup. Holland with a big rebound. 3.5 remaining dito sa ating first quarter.
Very intent ang Gordons to get the game away from Johnny Barrientos. Oh, he changed the shot, but partner, what can you say? Back shot, floater, Johnny Barrientos still making the shot.
Samantala, Orquillas, pangatlong offensive rebound na yan ni Michael Orquillas. And we've seen so many faces and players coming off the bench para kay Sonny Jaworski.
Yan ang deep bench ni Sonny Jaworski. Not only that, it accentuates yung size advantage ng Gordons. Alam natin ito si Michael Orquillas with a big height advantage over Johnny Barrientos. Kanya he's able to come inside and get those offensive rebounds at napapabayaan siya ni Johnny Barrientos in the rebounding department.
Pang-apat na rebound ni Michael Orquillas. Lead pass na agaw ni Dwight Lago. In Game 3, it was a surprise Terry Saldana. Now it's Michael Orquillas para sa Gordon's Gin. Samantala, turnover after turnover here. 16 all ang ating score. 2.5 remaining dito sa first quarter. Post-up play. Vincizon laban kay Fernandez. He's hemmed in. Goes up. Gets the basket.
And again, going to the mismatch, yan ang sinasabi natin, yung size advantage ng Gordons. They're looking for the mismatch. Kung hindi si Michael Orquillas ang Abarientos, si Hizon naman ang Boyd Fernandez. And they will post up Fernandez with Vince Hizon every time.
Mahina ang scoring ni Vincizon mula sa 3-point range, but he has brought that ball closer. Samantala si Bong Hawkins mukhang nakapuna na rin. And he gets clipped in the arm by Dudut Jaworski. Gordon's Gin has overtaken Alaska dito sa 2:02 mark. At kami po ay magbe-break for this timeout.
PBA.
Welcome back, Philippines. Well, yan po si Mr. Eddie Veneracion ng San Miguel Beer, and of course, si Mr. Popoy Wigo ng Philippine Sports Commission. Ang aming presidente, Ricky Velez to your left, and Mr. Mario Espinosa, ang may-ari ng Masbate Cable Incorporated. At mabuhay kayong lahat dyan sa Masbate, sa Cebu, and of course, Negros. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. This is game number 4 of the best of 7 series ng Alaska laban sa Gordon's Gin, and that's Kevin Holland. His team has been severely threatened by this Gordon's Gin team, and they're beginning to show a little signs of fatigue now, Kinito, itong kopalan nito, at least in this whole series.
Well, I think so, no? At yan nga, hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit sinabi ni Coach Tim Coe, no, before the finals, that if the series extends to 6 or 7 games, lamang ang Alaska. And I question that, no? Because sabi ko, paano makakakuha ng lamang ang Alaska in that situation? Because ang bench nila is shallow at ang nucleus nila, while solid, is slim. Wala silang masyadong bench. And talking about bench, partner, in game number 3, 46 points ang bench scoring ng Gordon's Gin, and only 5 points for Alaska. And in game number 2, 46 points na naman ang bench scoring ng Gordon's Gin, and only 12 points for Alaska.
Pag pinag-uusapan ng bench ng Gordon's Gin, of course, isa dyan sa mga nagmumula sa kanilang bench, si Noli Locsin, who has not started in this series. It's been Dudut Jaworski sa kanyang lugar, but talaga namang nagbubunga ng dividendo yan para kay Coach Sonny Jaworski. Right now, it's an 18-17 score. A minute and 15 remaining sa first quarter. Abarientos, tinatauhan ni Mike Orquillas. Only 3 seconds to shoot. And there's going to be a 3-second violation laban kay Kevin Holland.
And partner, in that situation, they wanted Johnny Abarientos to go one-on-one. They wanted an isolation. But partner, hirap siya sa depensa ni Michael Orquillas. He cannot shoot over Michael Orquillas because masyadong malaki ito si Orquillas para sa kanya. Ito, binanggit po si Noli Locsin.
Yes, pumasok na ang tangke ng Gordon's Gin, si Noli Locsin, with only a minute remaining dito sa first quarter. Tangan ngayon ang bola. Naki Marlo Aquino na double team. Locsin will take his first attempt. That'll be short. He's on with an offensive rebound.
Partner, that shot clock is still ticking. Ito naman.
Alam mo, that has been a play na hindi na bibigyan ng lunas ng Alaska Milkinito.
At partner, si Kevin Holland is just not able to intimidate Marlo Aquino. Parang kayang-kaya ni Marlo itong import ng Alaska. And that is, of course, a boost of confidence for Gordon's Gin. And certainly not a boost of confidence for Alaska. Ito, kung ang import mo, kagaya ni Kevin Holland, hindi nakakapasok ng layup gaya nun, that is certainly not very good for boosting morale for Alaska. Because yung locals, of course, the import must feed the confidence level of the locals. At kung hindi nakakagawa ang import, ayan ang mangyayari sa Alaska. Yung locals will be playing subpar.
Yan ang lalabing oras dito sa ating first quarter. 3-point lead para sa Gordon's Gin. Lago, turn around over Noli Locsin, and that'll do it para sa ating first 12 minutes. Nag-aagawan pa sila ng bola. Talaga namang ituloy na natin, sabi nila. Pero hindi po, kailangan tayo mag-break after.
Awards for quality.
Muli po, magandang gabi, Pilipinas. Mula po sa Cuneta Astrodome, this is game number 4 ng Commissioners Cup Finals. At abante ang Gordon's Gin sa pagpapasimula ng ating second quarter. 3-point lead para sa Boers. Samantala, Locsin, binon pa sa ere, wala. 3 misses now para kay Noli Locsin. He is 0 out of 3 from the field.
Partner, yung adjustment ng Gordon's Gin, when they see that the perimeter shooter is being double-teamed, agad may kumakat sa loob eh.
Uy, naagaw.
Yan ang hustle play. Hustle play. Hala ko, papasok sa goal ng Alaska.
Again, na-anticipate ng Gordins Gin ang bawat galaw ng Alaska Milk Ginito.
Yes, eto si Noli Locsin. He's hounded by the defense.
Inilabas niya kay Huizon, tumira ng 3 si Vince. Huizon, kumalog.
Now, si Roel Gomez nasa loob na ng court. Jania Barrientos, Jojo Lastimosa, and Mong Hawkins sitting down. So the top 3 key players of Alaska are sitting down. At you wonder kung bakit, why is this happening?
At nagbanggaan pa yung dalawang magkakampi. Orgillas all alone. And you know, now you begin to see na siguro si Coach Tim Con nagpapahiyang ng konti. Humahanap siya ng pangpagising. But it's not working, at least in this early stage of the second quarter.
When you have your 3 best players not playing at the same time, I don't know what's happening. It could be a lapse of concentration. Ito po ang first quarter field goal performance of both teams at saka yung mga turnovers. Alaska with 5 and only 3 for Gordins.
Hoy, nakakuha si Dwight Lago from the outside. One of the few perimeter shots that they've been able to make dito sa series na to and in this game number 4.
Yun ang sinasabi natin, yung spot-up shooting ng Alaska, and they need to be able to be more accurate from the spot-up range.
Samantala si Ison, he is deadly from 12 feet.
Partner, very comfortable siya because alam niya ang guardia niya si Boyd Fernandez. Iniikutan mo niya si Fernandez. Either that, he'll take a jump shot over him. He knows that even with the outstretched arm of Boyd Fernandez, hindi siya aabutan.
Pinito to si Kevin Holland, has not scored a basket so far. Finally, he gets his first 2 points. Pero kung titingnan mo ang kanyang performance with Chris King, napakalayo. Hindi lamang sa numerong ibinibigay niya dito sa seryeng ito, kung hindi doon sa yung presence niya sa loob ng laro.
Partner, ibang-iba. Kevin Holland not able to give the confidence that Chris King gives to his team. At partner, even if you go back to the collegiate standards, ito si Kevin Holland, hindi namang go-to guy ito eh. Ito, ngayon lang natin sasabihin ito. We've been keeping this for a moment like this. Pwede na natin siguro sabihin kung anong mga credentials nito ni Kevin Holland. And back in college, Kevin Holland, when he played for DePaul University, never averaged double figures. As a senior in 1990-91, he averaged only 5.8 points. Ito naman si Chris King as a senior for Wake Forest University, which is a Division I school, just like DePaul. Ang average ni King 15 points a game, 15.8 points and 5.1 rebounds.
Well, yan lang nag-explica kung bakit go-to guy itong si Chris King at the end. Samantalang itong si Kevin Holland ay ika nga hindi masyadong inaasahan ng Alaska Milk. Samantala, magandang agaw mula kay Dwight Lago to chop down the lead of Gordins to just 1 point. Almost coming up with a near steal double team. Si Chris King inikot nila. Pido Horencio now in the game. Uy, napakalaking mismatch nito. Nasaan ang pantay mo, Noli Locsin? And there's gonna be a foul. Laban kay Boyet Fernandez. Although he was asking na tumabak daw sa linya, Fernandez will pick up a foul. Alam mo, Kinito, nabanggit natin history on the side of Gordins Gin in this series. And why not? Nobody has come back from a 3-0 deficit in itong Sweepers Club. Gusto yatang samahan ngayon ng Gordins Gin.
Ito, binanggit natin ito kanina. Northern consolidated in 85 and Swift in 1992, sweeping their best of 7 series to grab those championships.
So if ever Gordins Gin will only be the 3rd team in since ang best of 7 itinayo dito sa PBA that may be able to sweep a best of 7 series. Samantala, big rebound from Fernandez, lead pass, Lastimosa, and Alaska now in the driver's seat.
Apart yung transition game ng Alaska, that outlet pass coming from Boyet Fernandez and a good shot coming from Jojo Lastimosa. Yan na dapat pag-ingatan ng Gordins Gin because Alaska with its small unit is going to run and run some more.
Well, nagmimistulang spark plug dito si Boyet Fernandez, scoring 6 points all from the Rainbow territory and 2 boards. Subalit ngayon, tinawagan siya ng illegal defense yata or si Coach Winyo tatawagan yan at the 8.5 mark of this second quarter.
So partner, looks like the gamble of Coach Tim Cone is working despite the fact that for a time, wala yung kanyang 3 key players. Ito, lumamang na ang Alaska by 1 and Boyet Fernandez earning more minutes than Jania Barrientos in this game.
Ngayon naman, all Filipino ang ipinasok ng Alaska Milk. Penny Cheng with a left-handed layup.
O partner, sa nakikita natin, Chris King really is not able to move. I think he still feels that injury. But at the same time, ito si Kevin Holland, nakaupo din. So both teams now playing all Filipino.
Samantala, pasa ni Boyet Fernandez, again anticipated by the Gordons defense. Gordons again playing tough interior defense. Abante po sila ng isa, but Alaska dito sa second quarter has come out and answered the call of duty. Arenzo, first triples, wala.
The fireman, si Pido Orencio, missing on his first attempt.
Masyado malakas naman ang tira ni Skyscraper. 7:40 remaining.
At Coach Tim Cohn telling his boys to calm down. Ito yung triangle offense ng Alaska, and there will be a foul on Marlo Aquino. Partner, you wonder no, kung bakit in a situation where Chris King is sitting down, at si Kevin Holland is also sitting down. Actually, Coach Tim Cohn cannot take advantage of the absence of Chris King by putting in Kevin Holland because nandyan din si Marlo Aquino. Aquino is playing tough defense on Kevin Holland. Kanya, even if Chris King is sitting down, ito si Kevin Holland will still have difficulty scoring because nandun si Marlo Aquino.
Well, right now, maganda depensa ni Benny Cheng. Fernandez bangs another triple V.
Yan ang spot-up shooting ng Alaska.
Samantala, outlet pass. Huli ka! Sabi ni Potswinyo, nasa gitning Dwight Lago, and the hustle of the Alaska team now coming into effect. Hawkins, sumagasa, libre patay, and Alaska now on top by 4.
And partner, Coach Robert Jaworski saying that there was a forearm extended by Bong Hawkins as he drove in. At sabi naman ni Hawkins, may tama din siya. Now the referee's letting the players play this game. Aquino, easy 2 points. Hindi pala easy 2 points yun. Pinahirapan siya ni Potswinyo. Good defense underneath.
Potswinyo tatanggap ng kanyang second personal foul at 13 foul ng Alaska Milk. Alam mo, Kinito, at this stage, itong Alaska unit now showing the heart of a champion. Talagang mukhang itong larong ito will be decided by who wants it more, and I guess yung the pride factor. Una yung sequence na to. Itong triple V ni Boyd Fernandez, he gets his third triple V of the night. Tapos yung hustle ni Potswinyo, sasagipin pa nitong si Dwight Lago, and then on the other end of the floor, tuloy-tuloy ang pag-arangkada ng Alaska Milk.
At partner si Johnny Abarientos nakaupo ngayon sa bench ng Alaska, at nahalata siguro ni Coach Tim Cohn that the defense of Gordons heavily concentrated on stopping Johnny Abarientos. Kanya sabi niya, dapat huminga muna ito si Johnny Abarientos, let him rest for a while and wait for the tide to turn. Ito, the tide is slowly turning now. May foul ang Gordons Gin.
On that pass ni Jojo Lastimosa, at si JV Gayoso ang tatawagan ng kanyang unang personal foul. Coach Tim Cohn looking for a place in history as well, trying to become the third winningest coach dito sa PBA kung sila'y papalarin at makabalik dito sa sering ito. Samantala si Chris King checking back in para sa Gordons Gin Boars.
At si Kevin Holland patuloy nakaupo sa bench ng Alaska. So Abarientos and Chris King and Kevin Holland both sitting down.
Magandang execution ng Alaska, Kinito. Good pass mula kay Jojo Lastimosa.
Baseline cut by Bong Hawkins, but he had to take that on the reverse.
Talaga namang yung pantay ni Chris King all over him. 11 seconds to shoot. Offensive foul ang itinawag kay Marlo Aquino.
Sa liit ni Boyd Fernandez, hindi nakita ni Marlo Aquino na nandun siya sa likod niya.
And we have a timeout. Magandang gabi po sa ating mga kaibigan sa Barangay Balik, Iloilo, at yung mga kaibigan natin dyan sa Cagayan de Oro. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. This is game number 4. Nasa kalagitnaan po tayo ng second quarter. Abante ang Alaska ng 4 na puntos, 32-28.
Partner, here's an interesting piece of trivia. No? This is the 13th finals appearance, not only for Alaska, but also for La Tondena. Kanya, dapat itanong natin, will it be lucky 13 or bad luck 13? And of course, for one team, it will be a lucky 13. And for the other team, the losing team, it will be a bad luck 13.
At ito'y ikatlong sunod na finals appearance ng Gordons Gin. 3 straight already. Samantalang Alaska, 9 out of their last 10 conferences. Samantala si Marlo Aquino gets away from his man, si Potswinyo. At nakatala ng 2 puntos sa napakadali. Aquino now with a total of 8 points. Alaska on top by 4, 34-30.
Partner, big risk yun ni Potswinyo as he tried to draw the offensive foul. Wala naman tawag. Ayun na may tawag. And Benny Cheng saying that he had all ball. Eto, tingnan muli natin.
Mukhang all ball sa ibabaw pero hindi natin alam kung sa ilalim.
It looks like, yes, there was body contact underneath. which is the reason kung bakit ang referee ay pumito. But that was all ball from upstairs.
At ngayon si Bong Hawkins pumoporma para sa kanyang free throws. Bong Hawkins, one of the integral parts ng triangle offense ng Alaska Milk, a 7-year veteran. Originally drafted ng Presto back in 1991 at nakuha ng Alaska Milk noong initrade ito ng Santa Lucia for Bong Alvarez.
And partner, one footnote about the career of Bong Hawkins, he's a 2-time MVP runner-up.
Yes. Of course,
Hindi pa siya nakakakuha ng MVP, but twice he came close to winning the MVP honors.
Most improved player in 1994 at 2 beses na rin nasa Mythical 5 itong si Bong Hawkins. Samantala, Harencio finally getting his first 2 points off the basketball game.
Partner, mahirap na tira yun.
Oo,
He had
talaga.
to suspend himself in midair because nandun yung depensa ni Johnny Abarientos. Eto, the fireman again exploding.
Kadang bola, lumabas. At huli daw tapik ni Jojo Lastimosa. And Lastimosa does not like that call. Well, alam mo, ito si Chris King has been the main man. Ika nga para sa Gordon's Gin. And this is really how he has done it. At ang scouting report, ika nga para kay Chris King. Ganito.
Well, Chris King, he's really getting the job done. Outside shooting. At meron din siyang post-up play. And some notes about Chris King. Ito, a prime-time player. He's an NBA veteran. Very versatile. Underrated defensively. And he boosts the confidence of his teammates. At partner, Marlo Aquino just scored for Gordon's Gin.
Idagdag pa natin kay Chris King, napakalaki ng puso. Bagamat may kapansanan niyan, he is playing in this finals series, not giving up on his team. Samantala, what a move mula kay Johnny Abarientos. Nandun si Poch Winyon na bitawan ng kanyang bantay.
O partner, yung help defense, ito si Marlo Aquino, sinalubong niya si Johnny Abarientos, which is the reason kung bakit nagbinti si Johnny. Pero partner, walang weak side rebounding assistance, no? Kanya nandun naman si Poch Winyon because nakawala na si Marlo Aquino.
Unang 2 puntos ni Poch Winyon. That's Cayoso. Sablay ang tira. Rebound nakuha ni Marlo Aquino. Inilabas kay Noli Locsin. They will set this one up. Hindi. Tumira si Harencio. Bakit? Masyadong napakagaya tayo. Although he's trying to get his range mula sa 3-point area. 4 po ang abante ng Alaska Milk. Abarientos against Harencio. Drop pass. Binomba. Sablay. And here come the red shirts.
Partner, na-anticipate ng Gordon's Gin yung drive and draw play. Eto si Noli Locsin. Yun ang sinasabi natin kanina, no? The drive and draw play worked wonders for Alaska in the 4th period of game number 3. And again, Johnny Abarientos tried it. He penetrated. Pero ito si Marlo Aquino, hindi siya sinalubong eh. There was some other Gordon's player na sumalubong kay Johnny Abarientos. Kanya when he dished off to Kevin Holland, si Kevin Holland was bothered by the defense of the Skyscraper.
Inside pass. Andun na naman yung drop pass. Holland, ginamit ang kaliwa. Masyado malakas. Winyo, offensive rebound. Gets it. Yes, that will count. Sabi ni referee Bernarte, may kasama pa yatang foul. Mula kay Noli Locsin.
That's a big call in favor of Alaska.
And this game has been exciting indeed. 4-point lead para sa Alaska Milk.
The official rubbing alcohol of the PBA. Partner natin sa kalusugan.
Paulit-ulit natin po sinasabi as we take a look at Poch Winyo trying to complete a 3-point play. That history is on the side ng Gordon's Gin. Pero sa Game 4 sweeps kinito, alam mo, medyo may konting sasandalan ng Alaska Milk. They have not lost 4 games in a row since the eliminations of the PBA All-Filipino Cup. And they have not lost 4 straight head-to-head matches against a team since losing 5 in a row to Pure Foods noong 1994 PBA Commissioners Cup. So medyo may sasandalan ng konti itong Alaska Milk.
And of course, Alaska trying to avoid the ignominy of losing via a sweep dito sa final series.
Samantala, again, a good pass inside kay Marlo Aquino. Si Poch Winyon napilitang tumanggap ng kanyang 3rd personal foul. At sino hindi nakakakilala niya sa mukhang yan? Ang ating SPMA Chairman, Richard Gordon. Welcome to the PBA. He is on Celebrity Row. At kita mo naman, hanggang dito sa PBA, naka-necktie, naka-roll up ang sleeves. Trabaho pa rin para kay Dick Gordon.
Ang ganda ng ngiti ni Dick Gordon. Baka kaibigan natin yan. At ang kanyang magiting na may bahay, Mayor Kate Gordon ng Olongapo.
Yes.
At partner, nabanggit mo about Alaska's history in the finals. Well, once upon a time, back in 1994, Alaska also faced a 0-3 deficit sa final series. At nagwagi sila against Pure Foods in game number 4. Patatalo din sila in that final series, 4-1.
Samantala, yung pangalawang tira ni Marlo Aquino from the line. Sablay. So the lead of Alaska is at 4 points. 2 minutes and 14 remaining dito sa ating second quarter. Happy to have you with us, Philippines. Lastimosa, ball fake, jump shot, and Lastimosa only 102 points away from joining the 10,000 elite point club, Ginito.
Partner dito si George Lastimosa is a clutch player, pressure player. He's been here before, many times before. Kanya dapat pumutok ito si Lastimosa for Alaska to improve its chances of nailing down the victory dito sa finals.
Ang laki ng tao na binapantayan ni Johnny Abarientos.
Kanya biglang na double tip si Noli.
Arenzo libre sa tres. Masyado malakas na ngayon. Hawkins with another rebound.
Naubos yata ang tres ni Abarientos ni Harencio in game number 3 when he scored 7 out of 8.
Inside pass, bounce naman kay Lago. Binomba pa. Ando si Holland. Wala!
Partner, yun ang hesitation ni Kevin Holland because he's being intimidated not only by Marlo Aquino but now by Chris King.
Isolation play para kay Abarientos laban kay Pido Harencio. He goes underneath. And what a move from the flying A.
May hesitation move. Si Johnny Abarientos completely wiping out Pido Harencio's defense.
At ngayon po, 8 puntos na ang kalamangan ng Alaska Milk. This is the biggest lead of the ball game. Yan po, nalalabing oras sa second quarter. They move it around. Chris King, he has been very silent so far. Aquino nasa gitna and he will be called for steps. So ngayon, ang Gordins not getting the breaks, Kinito.
Partner, tumitindi din ang depensa ng Alaska. And we're seeing the old Alaska team defense back rolling. And actually, Alaska used defense to get into the finals. Kanya maraming nga nagsasabi, Alaska needs to use that same defensive formula that it used to get into the finals here against Gordins.
Kasama na yung intensity na kasama nung depensang yun. Lastimosa, sumingit sa gitna. Palobong tira, Sablay. Rebound, tinapik, napunta kay Abarientos and he looks up. Shot clock is off. They will take the last shot of the second quarter.
And Abarientos taking his sweet time. But it is really defense that's keeping Alaska alive dito sa game number 4 because sa dami ng mga minintis ni Kevin Holland, they are still on top. And there's the spot-up shot. Nawala.
At dyan magwawakas ang ating second quarter, an eventful quarter para sa Alaska Milk as they have handcuffed this Gordins Gin offense. Sila naman ang nagpakita ng depensa and they're on top by 8 points after 2 quarters, 45-37. Hindi pa po tapos itong aming pagpapakita dito sa game number 4 at the half sa aming Adidas halftime report. Ang aming mga features including the street ball winners ng Adidas right after these reminders.
Oh, ang layo nun Parang si Shaquille yun isang araw Malayo yun This is a real long takeoff. This is a Michael Jordan takeoff, you know. And this is prime time move. A prime time slam galing kay Chris King. Kita mo extension sa ere, Dr. J. Kaya yung maliit sa loob, umalis naman.
Tune in next time for more PBA action. The PBA Halftime Report is brought to you by Adidas. Feet you.
Ito po ang ating game number 4. Abante ang Alaska Milk sa kalagitnaan ng ating laro. 45-37. Gordins trying to make a sweep here pero with the way Alaska's playing dito sa first half, Kinito, it looks like pinapahirapan ng Alaska. They've made some adjustments in the first half that has been working para kay Coach Tim Cole.
Well, very focused ang team ng Alaska, particularly in playing defense, holding Gordins to only 37 points at the half is a big achievement for Alaska. On the other hand, ang Milkmen naman translating good defense into good offense and shooting 50% from the field in the first half, and that is also a major achievement.
Tingnan natin ang ating game summary after one half. Look at the numbers here, Kinito.
Partner, 3-point shooting. Ang Gordons only 2 out of 9. Alaska 3 out of 6. Shooting better from 3-point range. And the 3-point shot has been a big weapon for Gordons. Kailangan na kailangan that the 3-point shot will fall in for Gordons in this game because that has been a major weapon for the Boars.
One interesting stat, pag ang Alaska shoots 50%, they win a game. Puntahan natin ang ating telestrator. May pinili kang laro o ikang play na ipapakita natin. Again, ang testimony dun sa laro ni Abarientos and a testimony to the defense ng Gordins Gin.
Partner, napag-usapan natin yung drive and draw play ng Alaska. Let's take a look at how this play evolved. Si Johnny Abarientos is looking for his options. Okay, sandali. Tignan natin ang options niya, no? You've got Bong Hawkins playing the low post. Tapos si Kevin Holland naman, he's going outside to the outer post and drawing Marlo Aquino over towards him. At si Jojo Lastimosa is also another option because he can shoot the spot-up jumper. Ito ang nangyari. Abarientos looking to drive and drop. Pero partner, maganda ang depensa ni Pido Horencio. He was overplaying Johnny Abarientos and he was forcing him to dish off to Kevin Holland. At ito naman si Marlo Aquino also playing good help defense. And Marlo Aquino adjusting his defense because he knew, na-anticipate ni Marlo Aquino na yung pasa ni Abarientos mapupunta kay Kevin Holland.
Isang mabilis lamang kinito, nabanggit mo ng Alaska kung anong ginagawa nila. Anong dapat na gawin ng Gordons dito coming into the second half?
Well, partner, unang-una, they should relax. Because palagay ko itong Gordon's Gin medyo gigil sila, no? Because they feel that the championship is within its grasp. Pido Horencio has attempted thrice from three-point range. Wala pa siyang naipapasok, no? So far, only 2 3-point shots by Gordons, and Chris King has nailed those 2 3-point jumpers. No? They've got to settle down. They've got to go back to their mismatches and the total game plan that Coach Robert Jaworski has laid out for them. That is one way that Gordons can come back in this game.
Alright mga kaibigan, kami po ibabalik ni Kinito para sa third quarter. Huwag po kayong alis. And obviously, they need it because they're down by 8 points. Alaska did a lot of good things nung first half. At pag-usapan naman natin ngayon ang Alaska dugout huddle. Tingnan natin kay Anthony Suntay. Anthony?
Well, Nolly, looking at the Alaska dugout, Coach Tim Cohen was very pleased about the performance of his players. And at the start of the game, he gave them a figure. He said, Gordons will not score more than 80 points. And look at the score right now, 37 points. They're halfway there. Nolly?
Thank you very much, Anthony. Well, Kinito, reaction mo lamang. Obviously, this is now turned into a very, very defensive-oriented game.
Well, yun ang sinabi natin, no? That Alaska must go back to its formula, its defensive formula. That is what brought Alaska to the finals, and dapat yun na nang gamitin ng Alaska if it hopes to win at least one game dito sa finals na to.
Nagpapasimula ang ating third quarter with basically the same lineups for both teams. Starting out this ball game, si Boyet Fernandez on the floor. Baldavid with 3 fouls. Binalik na ni Coach Sonny Jaworski. Samantala, Abarientos pinaglalaroan na lamang ang depensa ng mga bantay niya. Kinito.
Partner, post-up move by Johnny Abarientos. That was only single coverage at kakainin ng buhay ni Abarientos yung depensa ni Baldavid, especially from the low post position.
And don't look now, it's a 10-point lead. At nasapal pa ni Kevin Holland si Baldavid. So Alaska now beginning to show its teeth.
Ito, running attack of Alaska. At hinahanap nila si Johnny Abarientos.
Libre si Fernandez! Wala! Tapik ni Kevin Holland. Lalabas. Baksak si Holland. At ang bola mapupunta sa panig ng Gordon's Gin. Abante po ang Alaska Milk ng 10 puntos. At yan po ang ating pakulo ngayon. Yung ating Hyundai PBA Winning Drives promo. Maraming coaching ipamimigay, Hyundai Elantra Sedan sa ating Grand Cross. Patan lamang kung anong dumaan diyang kotse at ilagay sa entry form at ihulog sa mga Etal car dealers. For more details, basahin ang posters and print ads.
Partner, masyado naging predictable yung galaw ng Gordons sa kanilang offense. And Chris King also holding on to the ball too long before passing it off to Vince Season at low post. At si Locsin will give up the foul on Lastimosa.
Mabagal ang depensa ni Locsin kay Jojo Lastimosa. Kinito, and that will send Lastimosa to the line.
At partner, mabagal din ang galaw ng Gordon sa kanilang offense. And I have a feeling that Chris King is not 100%. I think far from it, no? Kanya siya parang nagiging weak link on defense.
Yan ang palaisipan ngayon, Kinito. Kung si Chris King ay hindi masyadong umuobra dito sa larong ito, ano ba ang maaaring option ni Sonny Jaworski sa paghugot sa kanya? Anong adjustments
na gagawin? Naipakita naman ng Gordon's Gin na kaya nilang actually stake a big lead against Alaska, even playing importless. At pinakita nila yon in game number 3. But let's see, baka naman meron pang pakita ito si Chris King. No? He's been a weak link on defense and he has hardly shown any drive-in moves. No? Ang tira niya puro sa labas.
Well, if he has to show something, they've got to do it very soon dahil 12 na ang abante ng Alaska Milk. May blocking foul na itatawag laban kay Boyet Fernandez, who has played well dito sa larong ito. Second personal foul ni Fernandez.
Partner, even that dribble move of Chris King, no? Parang hindi full steam ahead ang kanyang takbo. And let's see whether Alaska will recognize that Bong Hawkins still playing defense on Chris King. Ito ng post-pop move niya.
Double team, kagad pinakita ni Johnny Abarientos. They swing it over. Valdavid, he has not scored. Finally gets his first 2 points. Dito sa larong ito, natapyas ang abante ng Alaska ng bahagya. It's still at 10 points.
At parte yan ang sagot ni Valdavid kay Johnny Abarientos. Ipo-post up move ako. Sabi niya, I'll score the baseline jumper in your face.
Oo. Well, si Valdavid has played well. Not only in this series, kundi dun sa playoff game laban sa San Miguel Beer. And obviously, he has been the heart and soul of his team. Traveling violation ang tatawag laban kay...
Hindi, mukhang offensive foul.
Oh, excuse me. Third foul ni Kevin Holland. Pangatlong offensive foul na yan. And that will hurt Alaska Milk. 10-point lead. 9.5 remaining. He's on. Valdavid laban kay Boyd Fernandez. 12 sa kanilang shot clock. Daming banggaan doon sa loob. David takes a short one. Baksak si Boyd Fernandez. And there's going to be a technical foul laban kay Marlo Aquino. Nagkagirian si Aquino at si Boyd Fernandez. And ironic is the fact that itong dalawang to used to team up together dun sa PBL back in their Santa Lucia days where they powered that team to a grand slam in their amateur days. So talagang ika nga, ang kampyonato is thicker than any kind of relationship.
Big man, small man. At si Marlo Aquino natawagan ng technical foul and Lastimosa connecting on the free throw.
One thing that Alaska is now beginning to do, they're beginning to creep into the minds ng Gordons Gin, Kinito.
Para naging complacent ng Gordons Gin, as you see Coach Robert Jaworski. At sinabi nga ni Butch Paniego that hindi man lang napag-usapan yung mga adjustments na dapat gawin ng Gordons Gin here in the second half. And I don't know, I think Alaska did a lot of new things sa first half, especially with the entry of Boyd Fernandez and Johnny Abarientos playing together. At kung hindi napag-usapan ng mga adjustments, and ewan ko, no? I think they need to make adjustments. And we're talking of Gordons Gin dito sa second half.
At of course, ang Gordons Gin, hindi pumuputok ang kanilang shooting. Sapal ni Marlo Aquino. Naabutan pa yung layup ni Bong Hawkins. That may be a little bit of a wake-up call para sa koponan ni Sonny Jaworski. Pasa however ni Locsin, muntik na maagaw. Balik sa kanya. Binangga si Hawkins. Easy 2 points para sa tangke.
Partner yung pihit ni Noli Locsin. And Bong Hawkins trying to get an offensive foul, but parang flopping yung ginawa ni Bong Hawkins.
4 points in the game para kay Noli Locsin. 3-point shot, Lastimosa! And that will give Alaska a 12-point lead. Unang triple B ni Jojo Lastimosa.
Partner, you notice that Chris King was taking on Jojo Lastimosa, and I think that is an indication that weak link nga siya sa depensa ng Gordons Gin. Ito naman si Chris King. Sabi niya, weak link nga ako sa defense, pero titira na lang ako dito sa labas.
Pangatlong triple B ni Chris King. Ang average niya kada laro, 23.3 points per game. It's a 9-point lead for the Milkmen. Trying to avert a shutout. Hawkins inside the keyhole.
Nag-double team yung Gordons Gin, and Abarientos finding the open man. Hawkins with a reliable jump shot from medium range.
7-42 ang nalalabi sa ating third quarter. It's an 11-point lead. Pasa, natapik palabas, pero bola daw ng ng Alaska Milk.
And Marlo Aquino questioning that call. Sandali.
Binaliktad.
Yes, binaliktad.
Agad namang inamin ni referee Tito Varela. Nalito lamang sa mga uniforme kasi pareho pong nakapula to, although puti yung pang-ibabaw ng Alaska Milk. At mas makinis ang bumbunan ni Holland kaysa kay Marlo Aquino. Chris King, tumira na naman ng 3. Wala. Rebound ni Boyd Fernandez. That's his third rebound of the game. Abarientos will slow it down. They move it over. Lastimosa is left open. Pumalog. Holland is pumake pa. Isinawsaw pa. And he will miss the semi-hook, pero tatawagan ng foul si Marlo Aquino.
Partner, yun ang sinasabi natin. Si Kevin Holland, after he gets the offensive rebound, he cannot go straight up and strong towards the hoop because nag-aalala siya eh. Nandiyon yung depensa, yung interior defense ng Gordons, making him change his shot.
Almost a 3-point play opportunity. Nonetheless, bibigyan ng dalawang free throws si Kevin Holland. He has been pretty decent from that line, 77.8% from the free throw line.
O partner ito si Kevin Holland back in 1994-95 playing for Yakima Sun Kings sa Continental League. Did average in double figures, 14 points, 9.1 rebounds a game sa Continental League.
Well, dito sa larong ito, Kinito, 4 pa lamang ang ginagawa ni Kevin Holland, pero it doesn't matter dahil abante sila ng 13 and all because of the tremendous play ng Alaska Milk, hindi lamang sa opensa kundi more especially sa depensa. Pero that time nakalusot si Noli Locsin.
At ito naman si Kevin Holland not playing help defense at pinabayaan lang ito si Noli Locsin to score inside. Well, alam ni Kevin Holland if he played the tough defense on Locsin, baka he'll give up the 3-point play opportunity pa.
Drop pass, Kevin Holland! Yung hindi niya nakuha ang 3-point play, may pagkakataon siya ngayon on that offensive thrust. May foul pa mula kay Noli Locsin, number 3 now on the tank.
Again, the drive and draw play. Johnny Barrientos drawing Marlo Aquino's defense and attention. At ito ang mangyayari. Yan ang ginawa ng Alaska to perfection in the fourth period ng game number 3.
Nabanggit mo nga yan, Ginito, and parang wala ring lunas na nagawa itong Gordons. Although medyo huli na, naghabol ang Alaska doon ng malaking lamang at medyo naubusan din sila sa bandang huli.
Yes, too late the hero. At yung play na yan ang pinag-usapan natin kanina sa halftime sa ating telestrator. But in that particular play, naka-adjust quickly ang depensa ni Marlo Aquino to stop Kevin Holland from scoring.
At 14 na po ang abante ng Alaska Milk dito sa game number 4. Locsin hinamon lahat. Ang buong depensa. Nandun si Kevin Holland. And he slaps that ball away with 8 seconds remaining sa shot clock ng Gordons Gin. At ngayon si Pito Harencio will check in para kay off-form Val David. He has not really been himself since nakatamo siya ng 3 sunod na foul. Ginito.
Partner si Val David really has not played too many minutes dito sa finals because si Coach Johnny Jaworski ginagamit niya yung mga malalaki ng gwardiya to play defense of Johnny Barrientos. Kanya David has not scored in double figures in any game so far dito sa finals.
Grabe itong kombinasyon ni Fernandez at Barrientos. Parang mga lamok. Oo, na talagang pumipeste dito sa Gordons Gin. And Gordons Gin will call a timeout.
Natin sa kalusugan.
Tama-tama po kayo dun sa huling pagkat ni Marlo Aquino. He got a good pass inside at may foul pang itinawag kay Bong Hawkins. So a possible 3-point play para sa 6'9 player ng Gordons Gin. Ang ating guard shampoo matchup, Marlo Aquino laban kay Bong Hawkins. Kinito.
Well, Marlo Aquino already with 13 points. Si Hawkins with 9 points.
Yes, that's
okay.
right.
Partner, ito sinasabi natin kanina lang about Marlo Aquino. He has to really step up his offense because Gordons is having difficulty finding the range from long range. At dapat naman yung kanilang mga inside scorers have to be more assertive. At meron naman silang height advantage. Ang problema ito si Chris King is not able to score inside. Strictly an outside player sa larong ito. I guess because of his injury. Ito naman yung drive ni Johnny Barrientos.
Dumobol si Vince Season pero huli na ang kanyang pagpasok. At si Johnny Barrientos will go to the line of that foul ni Vince Season.
Kaunti lang player ang ginagamit ni Coach Robert Jaworski sa larong ito. Wilmer Ong, for instance, has not checked in. And very sparse minutes also for the others. Meron siyang hinugod na player who had not seen action at all in the final so far. Si Orquillas, who provided quality minutes in the first half. Pero hindi pa siya naibabalik ni Coach Robert Jaworski dito sa second half.
At ang isang mama na hindi pa naglalaro dito kanito, si Terry Saldana na naging lucky charm ni Sonny Jaworski in game number 3. Chris King, inilabas kay Noli Locsin. Sumiksik sa loob, nandun si Barrientos with his quick hands. Pero mas mabilis ang mata ni Tito Varela. And Barrientos will pick up a foul. That'll be number 1 on the flying A. Again, alalahanin niyo mga kaibigan, Gordons Gin has a 3-0 lead dito sa best of 7 series. At nagtatangka silang umukit ng isang lugar sa kasaysayan ng PBA by becoming only the 3rd team to win via sweep. Ito po sa kasaysayan ng PBA. Of course, ang Alaska trying to avert that infamous reputation.
Oo. Partner, pag-usapan natin ng Gordons Gin, a lot of missing links sa opensa nila. Si Harencio only 2 points. Partner, si Hison only 6 points, scoreless dito sa second half. Si Locsin, only 6 points in this game. Si David, only 2 points. Si JB Gayoso, halos hindi naglaro dito sa game number 4 and he is still scoreless.
Yes. At si Locsin, Wala pang naipasok kung sa free throw trip na yon. So nananatili ang abante ng Alaska sa 13. Lago gets inside, gets another basket, and now Alaska beginning to pull away mula sa Gordon's Gin. Dwight Lago with a total of 6 points. His average in this championship series, 8 puntos lamang. At 15 na ang abante ng Alaska.
Si Chris King looking for the pass at low post, had to give it up. Ito si Harencio.
Wala pa rin. At may foul na itatawag laban kay Kevin Holland. On that rebound play, pang-apat na foul ni Kevin Holland.
At si Boyd Fernandez trying to pacify the import. At si Coach Tim Cohn
ayun,
looking on from the sidelines.
tapos na yung action na yun nung nakuha ni Kevin Holland yung bola. Baseline referee Ilagan calling that particular call. Si Tim Cohn hindi mukhang nabubulabog sa mga ganong klaseng pangyayari dahil abante sila ng 15.
Well, he's very cool and composed, and he's been here before.
Yes.
Tim Cohn has won 6 championships dito sa PBA. He's a 2-time Coach of the Year.
Yes.
Big basket there by Vince Hison. Ayun ang outside shooting naman ng Gordon's Gin.
8 puntos para kay Vince Hison. They need more coming from the Prince. Kung gusto nila makabalik dito sa larong ito. Inside pass. Umangat si Kevin Holland sa fly, and there's going to be a loose ball foul that will be called against Pido Harencio. Against Bong Hawkins. At si Harencio tatawagan ng kanyang unang personal foul. Nasa penalty na ang Gordon's Gin. Alaska still 1 more foul to give.
Itong foul ni Pido Harencio, partner. Before that, nagkaroon ng post move si Kevin Holland. Ang pantay niya si Chris King, no? And I'm not too sure whether Chris King will be able to handle him at low post because ito si Marlo Aquino was outside. Mas maigi siguro kung si Aquino ang maglalaro ng depensa on Kevin Holland at low post.
Samantala, ilang tao papasok as we take a look at Sonny Jaworski in his 10th finals appearance as a playing coach. Terry Saldana making his first appearance para sa Gordon's Gin. JV Gayoso babalik. At si Poch Winyo papasok po para kay Kevin Holland. The Hawk on target today with 10 points. Nabanggit nga natin at the top of the coverage that bahagya ng natalian ang kanyang mga pakpak pinito, but in this ball game, Bong Hawkins doing a lot more damage than has been seen at least in the first 3 quarters of a game in this championship series.
Kasi concentration of Gordons was on Bong Hawkins, especially when Chris King was 100%. But mahirap naman maka-score against someone like a Chris King.
Ang Gordon na nanatili na bumubuntot dito sa Alaska Milk. Hawkins pinilit. Ako, naipit. Halos patawagan ng 3 seconds. Aba, si Dwight Lago is on range today. 8 points in the game para kay Dwight Lago.
Yan ang spot-up shooter ng Alaska.
And that's a big factor dito sa larong ito. Lago now beginning to get the range.
Partner dito si Dwight Lago, he's very deadly, especially when he spots up, no? But once you challenge his shot and make him move and dribble the ball, that's when his accuracy dips.
Ang ganda naman ng galaw ni Hison. Baksak ang daming tao doon. Chris King sablay sa kanyang tira sa kanto. Fernandez na may dala ngayon. They're on top by 15. Tumigil. Abarientos will set this one up. Hindi kailangan magmadali. They're on top by 15. 3:35 remaining. At may foul na naman ang Gordon's Gin, and they have really suffered because of this penalty situation.
Yes, and partner, they are playing one-on-one now. Johnny Abarientos has all the moves at alam niya, mapafoul siya because ang recognition niya, penalty na ang Gordon's Gin.
Johnny Abarientos, ang most valuable player last year. This year, the best player of the conference ng Commissioners Cup. Trying to lead Alaska back into this title series. Mahaba pa ang kanilang akitin, pero it's always a positive sign to take one win at a time. As we saw, Fredoy Tengsu ang team owner ng Alaska Milk.
Wala pang minti si Johnny Abarientos sa line in this game, and he continues to keep a clean record.
17 ang abante ng Alaska Milk with only 3.5 remaining dito sa third quarter.
Yun ang double team on Vince Hison. He has been responsible for a little bit of a rally here for Gordon's Gin.
May illegal D na itatawag laban sa Alaska Milk. Si Bong Hawkins ang nahulihan at bibigyan na ng free throw. Ngayon, ang Gordons, it will be JV Gayoso who will take this free throw. Again, we go back to that issue of Chris King. Ginito, hinugot na ni Tim Cone. As we take a look at that miss ni Gayoso, hinugot na ni Tim Cone si Kevin Holland. Chris King remains in that 5 on the floor para sa Gordon's Gin, and he's really been not too much of an asset so far.
Defensively, of course, no? Walang masyadong contribution, no? Ito naman si Marlo Aquino. He has to really be more assertive. Kung hindi papasok si Chris King to score inside, dapat ito si Marlo Aquino should get the job done.
Well, si Marlo Aquino, 16 na puntos so far ang ginagawa. Offensive foul ang natawag kay Pochuino. And the referees have been very consistent sa pagtawag ng call na yun.
Partner, yung illegal pick, David Ops, nabigyan yata ng technical. Sino? Si Wino nabigyan ng technical foul.
Ang nakikita natin si assistant coach Joel Banal, nagkakamot ng kanyang ulo. That's something that you don't want to get at this stage. Dahil lamang kayo, you don't want the crowd to get back para sa Gordon's Gin.
Exactly. And of course, in a championship series like this, every point counts. At si Coach Tim Cone reacting to that situation by picking Kevin Ramos to replace Wino at partner. At sama ng shooting ng Gordons.
Talaga.
Not only from the outside as a whole, pero dito din on as far as the free throw line is concerned.
Talking about this crowd, well, ang ating pong report, this is the first back-to-back sold-out game sa Cuneta Astrodome this conference. Ang paying audience, 9,578 paying fans. Pero this is probably, according to some PBA insiders, close to 12,000 people dito po sa Cuneta Astrodome. And there's going to be another foul na itatawag laban sa Gordon's Gin, and everything is now going Alaska's way, Kinito.
Well, Johnny Barrientos taking charge, bringing down the ball. And yes, the break's going Alaska's way.
When you practice, obey your thirst. Sprite. Clean. Nice shot. Winner of international awards for quality.
Naimbag na rabilyo amin sa ating mga kaibigan dyan po sa bandang norte, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga kaibigan sa San Esteban, Ilocos Sur. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Yes, they need a wake-up call. At ang Gordon's Gin, nahuhuli ngayon ng 16 na puntos. Si Pal David and Noli Locsin sit out this third quarter. Si Pal David, 4 na personal fouls na. At wala na siya magawa kundi manood na lamang dito sa pag-arangkada ng Alaska Milk, Kinito.
First time in for Wilmer Ong. He just checked into the ball game. Alaska seemingly in control of this game at this stage.
Yung 3-point shooting ng Gordon's Gin has really soured in this ball game. Nandun si Wilmer Ong, Terry Saldana, marami ng role players dito at may foul na ibibigay si Johnny A. laban kay Terry Saldana. Second foul lamang ni Barrientos. That's only the 15th foul ng Alaska Milk. Time remaining, 2:35 as you take a look at Coach Tim Cone, who has a lifetime career average. It is a championship of almost 56% winning percentage si Tim Cone sa kampyonato sa PBA. Wilmer Ong left open off the glass, off the bench. Wilmer Ong with his first 2 points. At ang abante ng Alaska, natapyas ng Bagya sa 15, 72-57.
Ayan ang big switch ni Coach Tim Cone, no? That Boyet Fernandez playing the point guard position and they're allowing Johnny Barrientos to low post and go one-on-one. Ayun na naman ang penetration, hindi lang pumasok. Ang tira ni Barrientos.
Jamie Gayoso deflected that shot a little bit. Under 2 minutes to play dito pa sa third quarter. Chris King pinilit ang tira.
Tignan mo, walang movement sa kanyang drive. No, partner, one of the things that we've observed that when Coach Tim Cone plays a double point guard combination sa loob ng court, si Giorgio Lastimosa hindi nabibigyan ng masyadong playing time.
Yes. Wilmer Ong, wala. Almost a back-to-back situation pagdating sa offensive para kay Wilmer Ong. So Alaska's hung tough dito sa 15-point lead na to, Kinito.
Yes, yung depensa nila has been excellent in this game so far. Ito si Barrientos.
Walang takot.
Doing everything, challenging the big man.
And Terry Saldana will pick up his first personal foul. Alam mo, nabanggit mo yung kombinasyon ni Barrientos at as you take a look at the free throw shooting, yung kombinasyon ni Barrientos at saka ni Boyd Fernandez. That has really relieved a lot of minutes kay Abarientos. In the last game, he played a total of 40 minutes ng game number 3. Ganito.
Oo. A lot of minutes there. At partner, we saw the free throw stats. Limitado ang mga opportunities ng Gordon's Gin to go to the stripe. And very clearly, Coach Tim Cohn instructing his boys not to give up too many fouls. Play defense with your feet, not with your hand.
Samantala, si Johnny Abarientos gets both free throws upang bigyan sila ng 17 puntos na kalamangan. A minute and 17 remaining in the third quarter. Baldavid gives it to Terry Saldana. No! Easy layup, Kinito. Pero hindi pumasok. Binigyan na lamang sila ng Consuelo with a foul here laban kay Johnny Abarientos.
Abarientos, that will be foul number 3. At sabi ni Abarientos, wala naman daw siya masyadong contact. At binigay kay Saldana. Ito, tingnan natin.
Si Terry Saldana picking up the foul. Terry Saldana, a 15-year veteran. Nagkasimula ang kanyang career back in 1982 kasama ng Toyota. Interestingly, he played for Alaska for 1 year back in 1988. After that, a near career-threatening injury para kay Terry Saldana. At ngayon, nasa Gordon's Gin na siya. He played against Alaska in Game 3 and parang may poetic justice para kay Terry Saldana sa pagkakataon na yun.
10 rebounds in that game. At partner, back in 1993, he was the PBA's most improved player.
Yes. One of the few players who came straight out of high school. Samantala, si Abarientos, walang kalaban-laban ang depensa ni Baldavid Kinito.
Yes, that's also the reason kung bakit si Coach Robert Jaworski has been playing a big man on Abarientos. Ginang foul given up by Dwight Lago before Chris King went up for a shot.
That will send Chris King to the free throw line.
And this is a far cry from the Chris King that we saw in game number 1 when he scored 40 points.
Triple-double pa yata siya dun.
A triple-double siya, yes. And back in game number 2, he hit 6 out of 7 3-point shots. Ito, nagbintis pa from the stripes si Chris King.
Samantala, a well-rested Kevin Holland checking back in. He has 4 personal fouls with only 50 seconds remaining. That may not be too smart of a move dahil 18 ang abante ng Alaska, and now Holland on the game and may risk a personal foul here.
Well, si Bong Hawkins now is given a rest. Siguro sa recognition ni Coach Tim Cohn, mas valuable na si Bong Hawkins sa kanya kaysa kay Kevin Holland.
Abarientos pinopostihan si Baldavid, natapik palabas ng The Flash. At ngayon si Marlo Aquino babalik para kay Chris King, and now Chris King finally gets a rest. Only 10 seconds remaining sa shot clock ng Alaska Milk. Si JB, anak ni Sunny Bao, Jay Barrios, anak ni Sunny Barrios, and he's celebrating his 19th birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday sa iyo, Jay. Samantala, foul laban kay Marlo Aquino.
At partner, kapapasok lang ni Marlo, and of course Gordon's in the penalty. Ito si Boyd Fernandez looking for every small opening to be able to drive the baseline.
This game is now beginning to slip out of the hands of Gordon's Gin. Although maaga pa tayo Kinito, pero ito 17 puntos na. And Alaska has really controlled the pace, the tempo, even the kind of defense that will be dictated. As we take a look at si Jojo Lastimosa, hindi pa naglalaro si Jolas.
Exactly. Well, nabanggit nga natin that his playing time has been cut here by the strategy of Coach Tim Cohn playing 2-point guards. Ito naman si Chris King. And yes, controlling nga ang tempo ang Alaska in this game throughout.
Oh, bad pass pa ni Vince Season.
Tignan mo yung depensa ng Alaska, no? They're doubling on Vince Season, forcing him to make passing errors.
Lago, binalik nila sa kanilang leader. Malaping oras, 15. About a 1.5-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Abarientos looking up. That much time, Abarientos. Tumira, medyo pilit yan. Sablayan to si Una na libre. Si Kevin Ramos and this Alaska team on a roll. Pinapakita nila ang puso ng kampiyon, and they're on top by 21 points after 3 quarters.
The official jeans of the PBA.
Lastimosa with a strong move para pasimulan itong fourth quarter at hinataw siya ni Wilmerong. That will send Jojo Lastimosa to the free throw line. At Kinito, as we take a look at this replay, mukhang Gordon's Gin now beginning to lose its composure here, Kinito.
Partner, actually, all ball yung ginawa ni Wilmer Ong, except that he put his body all over Jojo Lastimosa after going up for that block. Now, Lastimosa coming in for Johnny Abarientos. Abarientos expending a lot of energy in the third period, partner. At si Lastimosa naman, fresh coming off the bench.
Yes.
And still, si Boyd Fernandez playing the point guard position here for Alaska and doing an excellent job.
Talaga naman. Muli po, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat mga kaibigan. Mula po sa Cuneta Astrodome, Noli Yala po kasama si Kinito Henson para sa huling quarter ng ating game number 4. 22 puntos ang abante ng Alaska Milk laban sa Gordon's Gin.
Partner, a lot of jockeying for position. Bumagsak na nga si Marlo Aquino. Hindi pa pumito yung referee until finally pumito na. But before that, there was a lot of jostling and jockeying.
May foul si Kevin Ramas sa pagkakataon na yun. Watch it again. Yan ang tulangan. Sige.
Ito, wala pa tawag yan.
Yan, oh, sige, sa ilalim naman.
Ayun. Finally tumawag yung referee.
Itumba ko na nga ikaw, sabi.
Nung bumagsak na si Marlo.
Ay, nako. Yung pasang yun, baksak naman si Boyd Fernandez. And you know, Boyd Fernandez has just done a magnificent job para kay Coach Tim Con ngayong araw na to.
Partner, yun lang siguro kailangan ni Coach Tim Con, no? A spark plug. Someone to bring up the intensity level of Alaska. At ito naman si Boyd Fernandez has certainly supplied that, yung intensity.
And to add to the problem, si Sonny Jaworski, 5 personal fouls na. Si Marlo Aquino, and everything looking bleak at this stage. Samantala, mintis ang tira ni Kevin Holland. Muntik na ma-foul si Marlo Aquino doon.
Actually, that probably was a foul on that play.
Loksin, umangat. Oh boy.
Now the players of Gordon's beginning to lose their cool.
Yes.
In the face of this big lead enjoyed by Alaska.
May foul si Kevin Ramas dun sa play na yon. Subalit, tinawagan siya ng technical foul for second motion. Yung fake, there's the foul. Tapos sinubsub yung bola.
Well, there was actually a headbutt also. Ito, watch it from a different angle. Actually, nagkaroon na ng contact, no? Earlier.
Yan ang foul. And alam mo minsan, pag you're all pumped up for a championship, naaamoy mo na, nahahawakan mo na yung corona, biglang a big letdown sa yung performance. It begins to somehow affect the morale and the mind, ika nga ng mga manlalaro.
Partner, this is the test of composure for Gordon's, no? And Coach Robert Jaworski.
This is actually also a statement game mula sa Alaska Milk. Parang sinasabi nila, you may be on top, you may have the big advantage here, but we're not gonna give this in a silver platter. Papahirapan namin kayo. In fact, kaya namin kayong tambakan kung gusto namin kayo.
Partner, itong Alaska is a team with pride. And definitely, sabi siguro ni Coach Tinko, no? For being the dominant team in the 90s, dapat naman hindi sila ma-sweep ng Gordon's Gin.
Oh.
And here in this game 4, nagpakita ang Alaska with so many adjustments, no? Sa kanilang lineup, they've been controlling the tempo, at saka ang kanilang depensa bumalik na. And they're challenging those outside shots of Gordon's. Not only that, masama din yung siguro masama din ang gising ng Gordon's sa larong ito. On the other hand, maganda yata ang gising ng Alaska.
Pinag-uusapan niya paggising. Well, ang Gordon's Gin, alam na karamihan yan, has been billeted in a 5-star hotel. And obviously, itong Gordon's Gin na to, medyo inaalagaan ng gusto ng management, pero mukhang napasarap ng gustong-gusto sa pagpasok nila dito sa larong ito. They are too relaxed, in fact.
Well, partner, this is going to be a big wake-up call, no, for Gordon's.
Oh.
Because, well, actually, hindi pa nga tapos ang laro. But not unless Gordon's begins to play tougher defense and their long shots start to come in, and it looks like it's going to be easy sailing for Alaska dito sa game number 4.
And they keep with their composure. 22 po ang abante ng Alaska Milk, 82-60. Nung game number 3, yung 87 points na panalo ng Gordon's Gin was the lowest winning score in a finals game in the PBA. Samantala, Wilmarong taps the ball to Chris King. They need a little more adrenaline pumping now. Carencio trying to give the wake-up call. Wala. Wilmarong offensive rebound. Nasa ilalim siya. And there's going to be a foul. And a lot of color now taking place, Kinito.
Well, the action has been very physical from the start. But now that we're in the fourth period, si Kevin Holland
Pang-lima na yan.
ang natawagan ng foul, and that will be number 5.
Ito yung play na yun. Kevin Holland natapik sa likod. And then yun, medyo susundot siya. Doon tinawagan ng foul. There was a attempt by Lastimosa to stop the play. And doon medyo nagkaroon ng kulay ng bahagya. Samantala,
That was a hard foul by Lastimosa.
Valdavid gets inside. Papasok ang layup. May kakipat na foul. Laban kay Boyet Fernandez.
Partner, siguro, ang kailangan ng Gordon's Gin is the fire, is a spark, no? A spark plug, just like Boyet Fernandez was able to become the spark plug for Alaska. Yung intensity level ng Gordon's Gin. Very low level sa larong ito.
Yes. Well, ang Alaska Milk din nagsisafeguard itong kalamangan nilang ito. Kagad tinapik ni Coach Tim Ko ng kanilang premier point guard si Johnny Abarientos to check back in here. Samantala si Valdavid, only 4 points so far, make that 5, and the lead has been sliced to 19.
May pressure sa depensa ng Gordon's Gin now.
Boyet Fernandez has played a lot of minutes para sa Alaska. Closed fist play ang tinawag ni Coach Tim Cohn. Lastimosa nasa long court. Lago goes in to the shaded lane. Supply ang tira. Rebound ni Wilmerong. And there's going to be a foul. Yes.
Well, I saw that. There was a finger or 2 fingers poked into the eyes of Wilmerong.
Dwight Lago. No, si Bong Hawkins ang tatawagan ng foul. At si Hawkins, yes, si Bong Hawkins ang tatawagan ng foul.
Nakalmot ni Bong Hawkins yung mukha ni Wilmerong. You see that again on that play.
May appeal na binibigay ngayon si Vincent Price, ang ating Coliseum Barker. Dahil medyo may konting pagkabato na dito nangyayari. Play continues. Chris King, pinilit ang tira. Masyadong malakas. Oh! Skying high up. Noli looks in with a putback. And this lead is down to 17.
Eto na, it looks like Gordon's Gin is trying to step it up.
At pipigilin ni Coach Tim Cohn ang momentum ng Gordons. It's a 17-point lead na lamang para sa Alaska Milk. This will be a, let's see, kung magiging full timeout. Humuhingi pa ng clarification. Yes, full timeout para sa Alaska. 9 minuto, 37 saglit po ang nalalabi sa final quarter. 17 ang abante ng Alaska Milk, and they're on the offensive. Kevin Ramas, yes, gets the basket.
Partner, magandang execution ng Alaska. Spread out offense, and once they had a double team, they knew they were going to get a cutter inside the lane.
So nabigyan ng konting dissenting lamang uli. 19, natapyas muli ni Noli Locsin, down to 17. Locsin beginning to pick up his game dito sa second half. A total of 11 points, 9 coming in the second half. Nearing the 9-minute mark.
Again, yung spread out offense ng Alaska, no? That makes it difficult for them to double team.
Lastimosa, tumigil. Mintis, rebound, napunta kay Abarientos.
That ball kept alive by Dwight Lago.
Humingi ng pasa sa poste si Bong Hawkins. Finally gets it. Goes baseline. 1 fake, 2 fakes. Goes up with the left. Wala. Rebound ni Wilmerong.
Well, for a while, Bong Hawkins had 2 steps past Chris King. Ito si Chris King.
Locsin, double team. Inside pass, Wilmerong. And the lead is down to 15.
Well, gumaganda na naman ang galaw ng offense ng Gordon's Gin.
Time remaining. 8 minuto, 18 saglit. Final quarter. Abarientos, laban kay Valdavid, na double team. Siya pa rin ang may tangan, inside pass. Inilabas nila kay Lago, jump shot, yes!
Spot up shooter si Dwight Lago. Nakawala siya, that was a good pass coming from the inside.
10 puntos kinito si Dwight Lago. Ika nga lampas na sa kanyang average dito sa championship series. So he has played well. Yes. Balik sa 17. Samantala si Valdavid mula sa kanto. Nando si Wilmerong pero hindi niya nauna yung talon. At si Lastimosa, they will slow it down. 7:38 remaining. Alaska trying to avert a 4-0 sweep. Lastimosa getting fouled by Harencio sa kanyang paggalaw at pupunta sa linya si Jojo Lastimosa.
Not a good night for the fireman sa larong ito. Only 2 points. At si Lastimosa naman, very pensive si Robert Jaworski. Pinag-aaralan niya kung ano mga nangyari dito sa larong ito, and you can expect him to come roaring back sa game number 5, and that looks imminent at this stage. Although malayo pa tayo, no? 7:29 to go.
Yun ang luxury ng Gordon's Gin. Alam nila na they have 4 match points dito sa seryeng ito. Or 3 match points.
Triple match point ito for Gordon's Gin.
Kahit si Pete Sampras, minsan natatalo natalo nga ni Peter Corda. So, miski match point na, nahahabol pa. So, hindi pwede rin maging kampante itong Gordon's Gin Boars. And it's back to a 19-point lead para sa Alaska after those 2 free throws ni Jojo Lastimosa, who now has a total of 18 points. And there's a foul sa likod. Laban kay Dwight Lago.
And for Alaska, penalty na sila. And Chris King will go to the line.
This is going to be a long 4th quarter. Kinito, maaga pang napasok sa penalty ang Alaska. Gordons is on the brink of getting into that situation. Oras dito, 7:22.
Well, it has been a very physical contest.
Chris King na ipasok ang kanyang unang free throw. Only his 13th point. He made 8 nung unang yugto. Bokya nung ikalawa. A total of 4 points back in the 3rd quarter, and only his first point dito sa 4th quarter. Samantala, natapyas niya ang abante ng Alaska sa 17, 88-71 with 7:19 remaining dito sa final quarter.
Partner, si Kevin Holland still sitting on the bench, has not scored here in the 4th period. At si
offensive foul.
Hindi. Offensive foul of Jojo Lastimosa.
Alam mo yun ang hindi mo gusto kung ikaw si Tim Cohn. You don't want to give back momentum. Pasok mo yung crowd dito. Harencio gets his parang ego going at makabalik yung kumpiyansa ng Gordon's Gin.
Partner, kung pumukol ito si Harencio at he finds his range from 3-point distance, it's going to be bad news for Alaska.
Illegal D. That'll be number 3 now laban sa Alaska Milk, meaning another free throw. Pero itong Gordons has been missing from the free throw line.
Yes. And Kevin Ramas seeking a clarification. Ito si Harencio. Only 2 points sa larong ito.
Si Pido Harencio, almost a record-setting performance back in game number 3. Alam mo, 3rd quarter highlights. Alaska doon nag-pull away. Lastimosa at the forefront together with his partner, Johnny Abarientos. Ayan ang tinap. Ayan ang ikatlong hakbang or baitang ng triangle. And look at the hustle ni Boyd Fernandez. The entire team, including Dwight Lago, providing the spark. Johnny Abarientos, of course, at the firing end. And Alaska pulled away in that quarter. Ngayon, Abarientos pulling away from this fast break play off a steal, and Alaska back on top by 18.
Partner, the flying A, doing what he does best. Ito, nagmamadali na yung Gordon's Gin. They're looking for Harencio from the outside. Ito na yung tukol niya. Wala pa rin.
Wilmerong, offensive rebound. Chris King, maiksi naman.
And Gordon's not getting the job done from 3-point distance tonight.
In game 3, Kinito, Gordon's hit 10 out of 20 from the 3-point range, 50%. That is, they are nowhere close dun sa average na yon dito sa game number 4.
Partner, in the series so far, in games 1 up to 3, Gordon's has shot 26 triples and Alaska only 7.
Ang ganda naman ng ikot. That will count. At ngayon ang Alaska mukhang they have overcome that momentary shell shock. At ngayon mukhang bumabalik na ang kanilang galaw.
Well, yung execution nila bumabalik na because kontrolando nila ang tempo. And it looks like Gordon's nahihirapan sila mag-double team because spread out masyado ang offensive players ng Alaska. Ito na, si Harencio pumukol na sa labas. That is his first triple of the night, the fireman.
After about 7 or 8 attempts, last time up, game 3, 7 of 8, si Pido Harencio from 3-point country, almost a PBA finals record. Pero 17 pa rin po ang abante ng Alaska Milk. Lastimosa losing the leather, may foul. Si Harencio, that will put them with 5 team fouls. Pangatlong foul na yan ni Pido Harencio. At ngayon, huhugutin ni Sonny Jaworski si Val David. Vince Season back in the game. Kailangan din pumutok ito si Vince Season, Kinito.
Yes, Vince Season at saka si JV Gayoso has hardly shown or has hardly played minutes dito sa larong ito, no?
Good fake, good shot. Muntik nang pumasok. And Harencio will pick up back-to-back fouls. Pupunta sa linya si Jojo Lastimosa.
Partner, ang ginagawa ngayon ng Alaska is just going one-on-one. They're looking for Lastimosa to play Pido Harencio. At si Lastimosa, man of 1,000 moves.
Alam mo yung triangle ng Alaska, yung Lastimosa, Barrientos, and Hawkins have combined for a total of 53 points of the 92 ng Alaska. Tandaan natin, Kevin Holland, not even a factor sa opensa dito, only with 7 points. He was seated for a long time and finally he checks in.
O partner nito si Kevin Holland has been contributing naman sa depensa, no? Tsaka sa rebounding,
Yes.
no? As far as the offense is concerned, siguro sabi niya, pababayaan na lang muna niya yung mga locals ang pumukol because talagang wala naman masyadong opensa pinapakita ito si Kevin Holland. And somehow that has been a good combination, a good complement for the game plan of Tim Cone.
19-point lead para sa Alaska Milk and time is running out. Sa game, Gordon's Gin Boars. Chris King takes a triple. Yes!
Almost exclusive ang shooting ni Chris King from the outside sa larong ito.
Ang-apat na triple V ni Chris King. However, the lead remains at 16 and we know how difficult it is to climb back against Alaska if they've erected a big lead. Hawkins, laban kay King. Na-double team and another foul. Yun ang mga nakakahinayang kung ikaw Gordon's Gin fans because naipit na si Bong Hawkins.
Well, sa dami ng mga fouls that Gordon's is giving up and too many free throws being given here for Alaska because of the defense of Gordon's.
Hawkins will shoot 2 free throws. Last time up, ang Gordon's Gin had a total of 24 fouls given up. Pero dito sa larong ito, in almost every quarter, they have been in the penalty. Dito sa second half. Samantala, si Marlo Aquino checks in para kay Wilmer Ong. Pidore, or rather, JV Gayoso para kay Nori Locsin. And this combination, mukhang maliit ito, Pinito.
Oo, pero deadly naman from 3-point range.
Sa labas,
no?
Apat yan.
Jaworski looking now for some artillery from the outside. Hison, Harencio, Gayoso now in the game together with Marlo Aquino and King. At alam natin dito si King pumupukol din sa labas.
Oh.
Kita mo yung takbo ni Chris King, no? He's really sort of favoring that leg.
A quick shot mula kay Hison and nothing but the iron. And now Alaska going to milk the clock. And the chant of Go Alaska now in the background as Alaska will sue for time here. Tingnan natin kung magiging full timeout ito. Mukhang tatawag lamang sila ng 20-second timeout para sa Alaska Milk.
Apart na review natin ang scoring statistics natin, no? For Gordon's Gin, Marlo Aquino providing the scoring sack among the locals with 16 points. At si Chris King, 17 points. But scoreless siya ng second period. Ito naman si Holland, hindi pa nagbe-break ng double figures. Only 7 points sa laro ito.
This is a Cord Bulldog 20-second timeout. Pinito, alam mo, itong isa sa pinakamahusay na manlalaro ng Alaska Milk, ang pataan ng Cagayan de Oro, si Jojo Lastimosa. He has been a remarkable player, a 10-year veteran dito sa PBA, and this is the scouting report dito sa kay Jojo Lastimosa.
Well, definitely clutch player ito, no? You want him to take the shot with the game on the line. He can hit the 3. And a big factor, of course, let him work on defense so he takes out from his offense.
And today, si Lastimosa with a total of 8 or rather 20 points and another foul given up by JV Gayoso. And this game is now beginning to look like an Alaska victory and ikang wet blanket dun sa hinahandang celebration.
Oo,
ng
kasi
Gordon's Gin.
meron ng mga lobo dito up on the rafters of the Cuneta Astrodome just waiting to be unloosed. Pero mukhang hindi mangyayari ang celebration ng Gordon's Gin in game number 4.
Well, we mentioned the statistics, Kinito. Yan ang binabanggit mong mga lobo. na taon inintay ng Gordon's Gin magkaroon ng pagkakataong ilagay ang lobong yan dun sa bubong ng Cuneta Astrodome, well, sa bubong ng venue ng PBA to celebrate another championship, but maybe not tonight. Dahil itong lamang ito ay 20 puntos with only 4 and 10 remaining. Sinapal pa ni Kevin Holland si Vince Season.
Yun ang sinasabi natin kanina, no? Kasi Kevin Holland may not have gotten the job done in offense, pero nag-contribute naman siya sa depensa and other factors of the game. Yung tinatawag natin mga intangibles.
Si Hawkins, maliit na bumapatay sa kanya. Laban kay Vince Season, he goes inside, bangs bodies, offensive foul. Yes, that's a good goal. Medyo inuna niya yung kanyang balikat.
Yes. And of course, in that kind of a call, you look at the player who initiates the contact. At si Bong Hawkins naman was the one who initiated the contact. Kanya, siya natawagan ng foul, offensive foul.
Third foul by the Hawk. Nolly looks in, back in the game. But this game now beginning to, or now starting to look like a scrimmage dito sa end game. Harencio taking a 3-point shot. Pangalawang triple V ni Pido Harencio, but it may be a little too late at this time. Ganito.
Well, it's an imposing 17-point lead. At ang Alaska pa din ang nagkocontrol ng tempo. They're slowing it down now, looking for George Lastimosa. That has been a pet play, one-on-one. No? Lastimosa on the isolation. At hindi na nagdo-double team ang Gordon's Gin defense.
Paboritong tira yan ni Jojo Lastimosa. And what a game Mr. Fourth Quarter has played today. 22 points dito sa fourth quarter. 8 puntos ang ginawa niya. Quelching time and again yung paghahabol ng Gordon's Gin. Noli Locsin gets the basket. May kasamang foul laban kay Boyet Fernandez. Possible 3-point play para kay Noli Locsin. Wala namang karapatang bantayan ito si Boyet Fernandez, ito si Noli Locsin.
Partner, naghahanap din ng mismatch ang Gordon's Gin, and that has been not too many occasions, no, for Gordon's Gin to find a mismatch like that. There have been occasions, but very careful din itong Alaska, no, not to get caught or trapped in situations like that.
Well, doon sa mga Gordon's Gin fans, mga kaibigan, isa lamang siguro ang magiging dito. Ika nga parang konsuelo. Ang Gordon's Gin, every time they've won 3 games sa isang PBA final, so ang Latutnenya franchise, have always gone on to win a championship. So, ika nga, konting konsuelo with this impending loss laban sa Alaska Milk dito sa game number 4.
Eto, may steal ang Gordon's Gin. Nakaherensya pa ang bola.
2 kalahati ang nalalabi. 16-point lead. Locsin, pinilit ang bola, papasok. And the lead is down to 14 points, 2 and 21 remaining dito sa final quarter.
Naman partner, kanina when Gordons just couldn't make the shots from the outside, they really couldn't put the ball in the hands of strong inside scorers. Si Marlo Aquino, medyo gineta din siya ng depensa ni Kevin Holland. Pero ito si Noli Locsin, a little bit too late in showing his defense, and Kevin Holland will be called for traveling.
Pero tumawag ng foul si referee Bernarte. Oh.
And of course, the heavier violation will prevail. A foul over a traveling violation ang matatawagan, or the call that will remain will be the foul.
Here it is. Ayun, oh. Uy, tinulok ni Gayoso. So si Kevin Holland will go to the free throw. Sabi niya, ito naman, tinulak naman ako. So he gets the benefit and he's at the free throw line.
Kevin Holland, just 8 points sa larong ito.
Alam mo, malaking tawag yung kinito dahil kung 14 yung puntos, naka 3-point shot, 11 na lang sana yun, ano ha?
Well, at saka wala pa tayo sa last 2-minute session or period.
Second free throw miss ni Kevin Holland. As we go into winning time, last 2 minutes is brought to you by new Premium Dry London Gin, now available in 750 ml. At naago pa ni Kevin Holland yung pasa sa loob, and that may just do it here. A 15-point lead para sa Alaska Milk, and averting a shutout dito sa best of 7 series, climbing back here in what could be one positive step towards a comeback dito sa Commissioners Cup Finals. Second foul ni JV Gayoso, nasa penalty na magkabilang koponan. So si Johnny Amarientos ang mapapadala sa free throw line.
Partner, So many heroes here for Alaska. And finally breaking into the win column. So it's all over but the shouting dito at 1:41 to go.
Well, sigurado po tayo magkikita-kita muli sa game number 5 na magaganap sa Biyernes. And these two teams will come out once again in full battle gear para pagawayan ang korona ng Commissioners Cup. Michael Orquillas babalik sa laro. He played a good first quarter pero hindi na naibalik. Si Pochuino pumasok na rin para sa kupunan ng Alaska Milk. Hinugot na ang mga starters including Lastimosa and Bong Hawkins. Only that much time remaining before this game 4 is officially over and Alaska will get its first win, Ginito.
Well, marami pang pagkakataon itong Gordon's Gin to wrap up the championship. And for Alaska, this is just one step in what could be a long journey.
Oh.
And sabi nga nila, no, for you to be able to get over the hump, you need to take it one step at a time. At eto, nakakuha na ng isang panalo ang Alaska and they're going to be looking for 2 straight. And for Alaska, to salvage this championship, they have to win 3 straight games after this to make a 4 straight sweep, ano ha?
Well,
and for Gordons, all they need is just 1 more win at tapos na itong seryeng ito.
Yes. Ginawagan ng technical foul si Vin Season. There's a second motion. Again, we go back to this game, Ginito. Tila ang Alaska played a magnificent strategy here. Talagang they took Gordons out of their game immediately dito sa larong ito sa game number 4 and they never recovered.
Palagay ko nagulat din si Coach Robert Jaworski yung pinasok ni Coach Tim Cone sina Abarientos and Fernandez in the starting 5 and somehow dictating the tempo right at the outset. Hindi na masyado naka-regain ng balance and composure itong Gordon's Gin. I also thought that Gordons came into this game with somewhat lacking intensity.
Oh.
Naging palagay ko overconfident and well, if you have a 3-0 lead, palagay ko.
Bakit hindi?
Oo. Palagay ko, you will tend to become overconfident because you only need 1 more win to be able to wrap up the series.
Kaya naman napakahirap na makakuha ng isang sweep sa PBA. Only 2 teams have done it and Gordons will miss their opportunity to join that elite club. Samantalang Alaska continues with its business dito. Oh, pintis pa yung dakdak ni Kevin Holland.
And that has been the story of Kevin Holland and partner.
Mabuti na lang at nag-expand
Well,
ang kanyang mga
yes.
kape, ha?
May recognition din si Coach Tim Cone. I think he realizes that may handicap offensively ito si Kevin Holland and that's why he skewed his offensive rotation to get the locals involved in the offense. At ginamit niya ito si Kevin Holland almost exclusively in defense and in getting rebounds.
Yan na lang po nalalabing oras. Si Merwin Castelo papasok na. Pinaltan si Johnny Abarientos who played a magnificent game. Ngayong araw na to, Abarientos scoring a total of 24 points again to lead his charge. Pero itong mamang may hawak ng bola, Boyet Fernandez in this series prior to this game, ang average niya sa mga playing time only 3 minutes per game. But ngayong araw na to, he was really given the minutes and he responded.
Malaking contribution ni Boyet Fernandez sa larong ito, no? And well, one thing also for Gordon's Gin, we must mention that they will have several days rest.
Oh.
And in particular for Chris King, he should be able to perhaps be in better shape for Game 5 on Friday. And for Alaska, they hope to be riding on this momentum. Malaking victory ito, no, for them because this is a big win for Alaska. At pwede natin sabihin na hindi masyadong nahirapan ang Alaska sa larong ito, no? Now, we just saw a bottle of mineral water thrown onto the court and that is something that is unforgivable. Kung sinong gumawa nun should be taken into custody.
Samantala si Roel Gomez putting the final touches dito sa malaking panalo ng Alaska Milk with a 3-point shot. At yung dakdak ni Noli Locsin puts the period in this game. Alaska stays alive dito po sa game number 4 and in the best of 7 series with a big win laban sa Gordon's Gin, averting a shutout. 108-90 ang ating naging final score. Alaska taking game number 4.